Feedback. Thank you, Miguel. Um, Feedback has to be motivating, definitely, but it also has to be accurate, right? So Joey in the end had one feedback or the other, never both, right? So he got motivating feedback from the CD player, but he got accurate feedback from Phoebe, who was mad at him in the end, right? Joy seemed to have difficulties reproducing the sounds. Why do you think that is, Emilia?
I think maybe it is because he doesn't really know how French sounds. He was trying to imitate the whole word, but he doesn't know how each letter sounds, so he cannot put it together.
All right, very well. Yes, that is true. He has never heard French, and he's just trying, right? In the end, he's just trying. Have you met students like Joy in your classes? Erwin, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, I remember a particular student who was just like that. That student had kind of grown up in Spain in this immigration phenomenon we had in the last years. So he grew up in Spain, but for a year he had to come here to Ecuador to study. And apparently in Spain they don't teach them English like that well, or it's not very important in that education system. So he was just mumbling things, and in the end, when he had to remember or learn the verbs, he would just reproduce animal noises, literally, like meow, 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 and stuff like that. And I could never teach him. Seriously, that was a frustration. Yeah. He didn't want to. That was my experience, and I remember that case.
All right, all right. Yes, there is something particular about the way they teach English in Europe, right? I cannot speak about the German. I think German people are very efficient in everything they do, but I have had the experience of people from Spain, as Erwin mentioned. I lived with two Spanish men and for a year, and their English was a bit particular. They have a very strong accent, right? And one of them had a lot of grammar difficulties also. Um, my Italian teacher, she had a lot of problems in English, right? Phonetically speaking, again with accent, and French. My boss, my boss is French, and he says that literally they are horribly bad at teaching English in France, right? That's what he said, and he's French, so I'm gonna believe him. So that, right? But German people have very good level of English. Again, German people tend to be very efficient at everything. Um, but once again, beyond the idea of accent, which is just some color to the language you speak, Joey's issues were a bit deeper than that, right? He seemed unable to even identify the sounds, right? So if you do not identify the sounds, you're not going to be able to reproduce the sounds in the end, right? And that again is when our challenge starts, right? How do we approach this kind of students, right? What do we do with them, right? Erwin mentioned that now it is a frustration that he was not able to teach some English to this guy, right? But once again, this is 50-50, right? We're not there to solve their problems, and we're not there to just deposit information into their brains and make them speak English like many people in the market guarantee. It is not a 6-month issue, right? You know this. You learned English. You know it is not a 6-month thing, right? Um, so it takes longer than that. It doesn't only take your job as a teacher, but it also involves their work as students. They have to be motivated, they have to be willing, they have to have a purpose, right? That is the point. Jenny, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to say something. Probably when we are working with teenagers, I mean high school, but if we get these kind of students, probably we need another support. And it is maybe we have to speak with the psychology that it is they have a special need, and the psychology is going to give us or guide us which is the best strategy to help that student. And that's why we have the basis, and they are more proficient. They have the proficiency to analyze what is the best way that we, and probably he has a problem with his throat maybe, but they know how to do it, so they may help us.
All right, that is very true, right? If we face students like Joy, for example, this could be a symptom of learning, let's say, disability or special learning needs, right? So we should talk to a psychologist or a specialist in this issues to see what kind of necessities the student has, and they will help us with strategies to help him or her overcome these issues, right? Once again, we might all get a Joey in our class and we have to find a way to help him learn, right? That's our job there. Help our students learn, right? In one of the articles you're going to read next week, you will notice that it doesn't really matter how many how much input students receive in the end. If the student is not ready to move from this structure to the next, they will not move, right? We have to provide input as much as we can, and we have to give them the opportunities to respond to that input as much as we can and as often as we can. But in the end, it is them that will move on when they are ready in their interlanguage. All right, that. Let's review what we have to do, right? And I am recording this right now, so you will be able to revisit this and re-listen to my instructions in the end. So I'm going to share my screen, and you're looking at my Eva, right? Now, in the general tab, you have the groups, and I think everybody has selected their groups, but in case you have today also to do it. And you have the link for the article selection, right? You click on the link and it will take you to this document. And I see some people have started filling it out. And you have to let us know which article you have selected so you don't repeat, right? For example, Miguel has this language testing by Tim McNamara, and it is 9 pages, so it is all by himself, right? Then we have Paco, who has critical thinking in foreign language, 17 pages, and probably, Paco, you probably want some help there, so maybe you can talk to one of your compinches and arrange to work together in this article for this presentation,
Yeah,
right?
okay, perfect. Okay, cool.
Okay, that. So you select the articles, and what are you going to do with these articles? Then you have the presentations tab, and these are article presentations. This is a forum, and once you have read the article and you're ready to present it, you're going to prepare a 10-minute presentation, right? This 10-minute presentation in video will include an intro, This is just an idea. Why you chose that article, just make your own introduction in the end. What problem was presented in the article? What theories were revised by the author? How did the author or authors attack the problem? And what were the results of these strategies, right? Finally, you end your presentation showing your classmates 2 essay type questions for them to answer. Yes? Every presentation should finish with 2 essay type questions. Correct? That is your presentation. You will record your presentation and upload the link here. Add a new discussion topic and you will upload the link. You will just paste the link there so that everybody can watch your video, right? So far, so good. Questions so far?
Please, here it means that we can organize maybe it's just an example, a PowerPoint presentation, and we have to speak, describe what is the PowerPoint presentation as well the questions.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That.
thank you.
Those are the visual aids. You can use PowerPoint, you can use Prezi, you can use video, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Thank you.
One piece of advice, right? PowerPoint presentations should not have a lot of text, right? And of course, when you're presenting, you should not only read from the text.
Obviously.
Just a quick heads up, right? I'm sure you know this. This is due May 18th at 4:59 p.m. After this date, you will see a new forum. It is not there yet. You will see it after this. Correct? In this forum, you will answer the essay type questions in one of your classmates' presentations. You will choose one presentation that you enjoyed a lot and answer the questions in that presentation, right? Of course, if one person chose that presentation, you cannot choose it again, right?
How do you?
Yes, questions?
And how do we know that another person has chosen that?
Because you will see the forum. This will be a forum and you will see the responses. So you will see that this person has chosen this article. So bummer, have to choose a new one. Those are the article presentations. In the same presentations tab, you have your methodological presentations, which are based on your Penny-Urs book, right? Your Penny-Ur book is in the shared folder that you have access to in, once again, General tab, Resources. You click on the Resources tab and you have this.
I have a question on this.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, I can't access to this folder, and so apparently there's a problem with my password. Who can I talk to for help?
That is a very good question. You are going to call, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I should have that information somewhere. I'm going to put the contact information on the chat.
Right. Yeah, because if I can't access to this folder, then I cannot do anything else, right?
No, you won't. But do you have access to your email?
Apparently not. I can only access to Eva.
All right.
I have been able to see some messages in Eva, but
No.
when I have tried to access to the Outlook and everything else, the password doesn't work.
No, you have to make that work starting on Monday. I just sent the contact information.
Thank
You
you.
can call 299-1700 extensions 1955 or 1324, or email them at soporteremoto@puse.edu.ec.
All
You have the
right, thank
contact
you.
information there. But you definitely need your PUSE credentials, otherwise you won't have access to anything. All right, so here you have all the books that I'm going to use, and here is Penny Urs, A Course on English Language Teaching. Let me show you that book. Okay, so for the methodological presentations, you're going to use this book that you have access to. The titles you will see in the PDF document I showed you earlier are here. So for example, the very first presentation is English Today, What Do I Need to Know, which is this, right? Then we have another presentation, which is the lesson, teaching grammar, vocabulary, listening, reading, writing, speaking, everything is there. Learning differences is in the end. It is not in the order of the book. The presentations will not happen in the order of the book. You have to look for your chapters here. All right. So all the material is here. It is a very nice book. I used it in a class a long time ago. And that, where is here? Back to my Eva. So these presentations, again, the PDF with the dates and the requirements is here. And these presentations will be done in a classroom fashion, let's say, right? And you're going to look at it now. Your presentation will be developed as a lesson to be taught to your classmates, and it should include visual aids, interaction and activities with peers, evaluation for peers. Everything should be done in 40 minutes, all right? Please keep this in mind. After the 40 minutes, I will stop you. And if you look at the rubrics for the presentations, there is one parameter that grades your timing. So please use your timing wisely, right? This presentation is a lesson for your classmates, you will need to include in the PDF you will upload your lesson plan, right? So at the end of your PDF, I will see your lesson plan. Your classmates that does not need to see your lesson plan, but when you upload it to the assignment in EVA, I will see it. Questions? Miguel, you
Yeah.
have your hand up.
Yes, Christian. I'm just checking. You said visual aids, interaction, and activities with peers. I think that's while working on this presentation. And then
Yes.
evaluation for peers. That's something that an evaluation at the end to check the understanding.
Well, it all depends on how you perceive evaluation, right? You could be evaluating while you're doing the activities with your peers, you could be testing if they are understanding. That's what I mean. It doesn't have to have a quiz at the end. It
Okay.
can, it doesn't have to, right? How you decide to evaluate your classmates' understanding of your topic is of your choosing.
And all
That's
of this, and all of this, sorry, and all of this should be in the 40 minutes, right?
this should be in the 40 minutes. Yes, sir.
All right. Good.
Okay, 40, let's say 45, extending my generosity as long as I can. But otherwise, if we do it more than 40 minutes, it becomes really, really heavy on all of us.
Okay, good.
Any other question, please?
Could
Apparently,
be less than 30 minutes.
35. As give take 5 minutes, right? But For example, the first round of presentations, the first time the 6 groups present, the topics are very short, right? But for the second round of presentations, you have to present 2 topics together in those 40 minutes. So I don't think you will do it in less than 40, right? So, but 30 minutes might be okay, right? Less than 30 minutes, once again, might be a bit problematic. Once again, please read your rubrics, right? You have the rubrics there, check them out and see what I will be looking at when grading. There, please.
I have a question too. Sorry. As it is an activity in group, do all of the participants have to upload this material or just one person?
One person will upload the material and it will be, Eva will show me everybody's upload. There is one little thing, right? If during the presentation I see that somebody in the group is not working at the same level of the rest, this person will have a lower grade. Ideally, the group for the presentation will be the same for all the participants in that group, unless I see a significant difference. All right? Then I will evaluate this person solita, so that I do not affect the group. All right?
Christian, sorry, this will be done in class, right?
This will happen in class.
Okay, good. That's where the next question, the next of my questions come. In the previous presentations, that you showed us at the beginning, in that one, I need to basically record the video, upload it to OneDrive, and then share the link. I cannot upload the video itself, right?
No, only share the link.
All right, so it has to be in OneDrive, definitely.
Yes, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Google Drive, or Mega Upload, anything that gives you a link for us to follow.
Okay,
yes.
so the link.
Just make sure that the link doesn't require passwords, just that. If you use it, but OneDrive, just make sure that PUSE students can use it. Right?
Yeah, that's simple to set. Okay, good.
Yes. Great. That. And this. Questions, please. No. Fair enough. Next issue on the agenda. You're looking at my Eva again. Then we have the first tab. This is the first unit of our class. Foundations of Classroom Practice. You have the learning outcomes here in the end. And this is what you have to do. Teaching philosophy, we already did in class. Introductions. Let's walk through this super quick. In this, you will record a video introducing yourselves. In the introduction, I expect to listen the following information. Name, BA, and where you got it, how long you've been teaching, what levels you've been teaching, and where you've been teaching, right? You have 2 options. You can upload a video that you record with your cell phone, with a video camera, however you want, or you can reply, advanced, and here you can drag and drop the video you recorded somewhere else, or you can click here and start recording, right? You will record the video here. You can do that as many times as you want. If you don't like the video, just delete it and record again until you're happy, right? That is the video, and that is going to happen today after we just close the session for today. Questions, please.
Please, how long does it have to be?
How long does it have to be? I would say that for this information, you need 1 minute.
Thank
So
you.
the
Yeah.
video is for today. It's not until Sunday too.
Okay, the deadline says, where is the deadline, Christian?
Says Sunday.
The deadline says Sunday, right? But ideally, I would like to read you. I can read you on Monday, but Monday is going to be a very busy day for me. So if you
Okay.
have it today, I can start today, right? That's
Can we
why I'm going
start?
to give you time today so that you do it now.
Okay,
So
cool.
I would very much appreciate you doing it now. Only if you have difficulties now, like in case of emergencies, my camera is not working, internet is driving me crazy. That's why I left it for Sunday. Otherwise, I would very much like you to do it today. Questions?
Teacher, I have a question according to the schedule.
Yes, sir.
With this subject from Tuesday to when to Thursday? No, I don't know what day.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays
Okay.
from 5 to 8 p.m. Right? Today I'm cutting short because you are recording your videos and you cannot be logged in here and videos and blah. But yes. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, just confirming. You told us that if we don't want to use one of the articles shared, we can choose another one.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trusting that it is a new article for you too, because that is what I want. I want you to be exposed to new material. Because if you're going to do an article that you have already read in a previous class or before in your training in anywhere, uh, so the idea is that if you are not happy with this, look for a new article. Católica gives you access to online journals, so use that. There are thousands of articles there. Just I'm sure there will be something you will enjoy. All right. The articles. Nobody here has any problem with reading in Spanish, right? Okay. All right. Because some of the articles you will be exposed to are also in Spanish, and it's okay, right? If the articles in Spanish, I don't mind, as long as you present it in English, of course. That's a different issue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you your time for you to record your introductions, and that's it. You have my cell phone number. I'm sure you have a WhatsApp group. Please add me, right? I promise I won't bug you a lot. But if you have a question and you put it in the group, if I answer the question, I'm sure I will be answering to more than one person. Right? So please add me. I won't bug you unless I have to, and I will abandon the chat silently as soon as our module is over. So I won't be butting in other classes. All right. That's it. Please go do your recordings. Have a lovely weekend. Pretty please, sugar on top. Stay safe.
Just one more question. Sorry, thank you. This recording of this video, this instructions, you will send us through email or in the EVA platform. How will be the access for this recording?
What the introductions?
This recording, this Zoom session that you are recording right now.
I will put it in EVA. I will put the link to the video in EVA.
In the general, in the introduction page?
No. All right, let me share again. Okay, for example, let's see. Foundations of Classroom Practice in Unit 1. You have this clase virtual, grabación de la videoconferencia. The link will be here. Right? The link for the video will be there as soon as Zoom finishes transforming and uploading and everything. But I will put it there today. All right.
Christian, by the way, you mentioned something about the project. Should we check that later on, or?
I will make the final project visible today in case you want to start looking at it. right? But I will give you clearer and further instructions probably in 2 weeks, right? Because I need to decide which level we'll be working with for the final project.
Yes, because I saw it, you had divided in groups, and I think the same groups will focus on the topics you have,
Yes,
right?
yes. Though
Yeah.
the same groups will be working with those specific topics.
That means listening. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Have a lovely weekend. Stay safe and do your recordings. Bye-bye. See you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Call
Goodbye.
me or email me if you need
Thank
to.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye bye.
guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.